Welcome to Information Season 4. My name is Anmol Sharma and I am pursuing my bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering. Today, I am looking forward to talking with you about the problem statement in Enterprise AI. The objective is to enhance customer satisfaction index and to ensure customer stickiness to your organization. My engage the new technology like AI, ML, which are easy to interact and provide solution to the customers. As we know, enterprise AI involves advanced machine learning and cognitive capabilities to deliver organized data, knowledge, and information in manner to matches customer needs. One of the basic operation includes sentiment analysis. It is a type of multimedia research where mining it implies mix of statics, natural processing language, NLP, and machine learning to identify aspect objective information from text, image, video, and audio files. You can analyze multimedia on different levels of details, and the details level depends on your goals. For example, take an example of a clothing system. You may define an average emotional tone of a group of reviews to know what is the percentage of customers like your new clothing collection. If you need to know the visitor like your dislike about a specific garment and why, or whether they compare it with similar items but other brands, you will need to analyze each review sentence with a focus of a specific aspect used to specific keywords. So what I decide to create a chat-based sentiment analysis that help to judge opinion of different customers on different products. As a result, the feedback can be examined and improve business operation. Let's move to the Python code where I show you different aspects of chat-based sentiment analysis. Yeah, thank you.
We will take a look at sentiment analysis and how it
customer experience. However, before that, we will first deep dive into sentiment analysis and what it is. 72% of them believes that it enhances customer experience, while 68% agree that it lowers overall cost. As sentiment analysis catches upon quickly, it is increasingly encouraging user adoption of enterprise chatbot. It's been estimated that unstructured data amount to 80% of the global total. New data is generated every day in the social nets, social media, conversation, emails, customer support, articles and surveys, and document also. However, it's very tough to analyze and sort through this data. So here is our code where we have created AI chatbot. In the first cell, we have all the required libraries like pandas, which is used for data analysis, which is and manipulation, NumPy for mathematical operation, Seaborn and Matplotlib, which are data visualization libraries. Random is to generate random values. TextBlob is processing textual data, and last but not the least, newspaper for extracting and parsing newspaper article. Now in second cell, we simply interact with customer by knowing the name or nickname. In the third cell, we have a list of greetings where we use random to choose random greetings from the list. Now we have to analyze the tweets of person review on the particular greetings. So we have used here the polarity. Sentiment of person reviews on the particular greeting using TextBlob and find the polarity. If the polarity is greater than 0, it shows positive views, as if polarity is less than 0, it shows negative view as neutral view. Then finally we represent it in pie chart using Matplotlib. In the next cell we have two lists, we have two lists, products and questions. So in the product and question, we use randomly pick from both of the lists to frame a new question and then do some analysis using TextBlob, calculate the polarity and subjectivity. Now to analyze the reviews related to the product in cell 4, we used to enter the URL. We have to use the URL. So in URL we have to enter the URL and download the summary of the article, so that we can use it for analyze purpose. Here is a list of to frame a new question, then do some analysis using text block, calculate the polarity and subjectivity. To do so, we have to analyze the reviews related to product in cell 4. We used to enter the URL to calculate sentiment. The summary of the product provided URL is considered for analysis, just like we considered for analysis. Let's examine a example of Shopify.com. Here we take the URL of Shopify.com, which is the product reviews. So and then we calculate the polarity here. So it shows that it is a positive review. So it is a positive polarity here. So we can analyze accordingly. At last, we provided the random goodbyes using the list of goodbyes. Here we have selected all the random inputs which can be taken by the random function, or random function can choose any of the goodbyes from the given list. Here is our code. Now, so how to use dataset to perform sentiment analysis? To do so, we have import two libraries, like here we have import two libraries like import NumPy and pandas. The role of NumPy is to provide mathematical and logical operation, pandas to perform data analysis and manipulation part. So first we need to Kaggle dataset named as Amazon baby.csv. So I will show you the dataset first. So here is our dataset Amazon baby.csv. Now move toward the code. So here we first import and fetch using the pandas.read.csv and print the data frame. So this is our CSV file, and we have to we have used pandas to read it and show in the data frame. Now we apply lambda function here. Lambda function is used to calculate the sentiment. As we know, lambda function can take as many as parameters in single line of code. So we use to calculate sentiment here and apply it on rating column and print the data frame. After this we print the after printing the data frame, now to calculate the missing value. So we use now to calculate the missing values in the given object or series, we use isNA function and finally sum them. After knowing the NA values, we have to drop the NA values, we have drop NA function which is used to remove the NA values. That we use not null function to detect existing and non-missing values in data frame. After performing all the basic operation on the data frame, so we have finally have a clear data frame which have no missing values or nothing, and then we have to perform our machine learning part. So we have to train our data set and on the basic columns and calculate our accuracy score. So to do so, thus we have to import ML libraries first to perform logistic regression on our model. For that we have used two column reviews and sentiment and fit them into the training model and do logistic regression, and then finally calculate and print the accuracy score. Then we use multiple native accuracy score, and then we use multiple native Bayes function for classification with discrete features like word count for text classification. Here we use it for more accurate result. Now we have our output result, but they have to look more interesting. Here is our output, but to look more interesting,
So we have to create UI part to here for user interface. I used Kiwi, so I want to show you the code. So here I used Kiwi for the UI part. Why I use Kiwi? Because Kiwi is an open source Python library for rapid development of application that make use of innovative user interface such as multi-touch apps. Here we have two files. One is Python and another one is Kiwi file with extension Kiwi, and it is like CSS structure for Python. Let's look the output. So here is our output. I have to run the file first. So here is our output. We have also already covered about the basic programming of Python. This is our basic programming. Here we have started from our printing the nickname. So this is our whole code, and the UI part which is developed in Kiwi is this, and we have to run it. This is our output. So hello human, what is your name? So I have to enter my name first. So I have to submit it. Now he is asking, hello Anmol Sharma, do you have nickname? So I have to write yes and then submit. So this is basically a UI part, and it is okay. Okay. So chatbot KV, and this is the main file of py file, Python file, and this is the chatbot KV, KV extension KV, and this is my layout first. This is label part. This is our button part. So here we all set. So now moving to the future scope, I definitely want to add more functionality and make UI part more flexible and attractive. And that brings us to the end. I would like to thank you for your time and attention today. Hope you liked the video. Thank you.